All right. Yeah, so the only thing we're missing is getting everyone every skill. So there needs to be at least 2 more bosses before the final boss. And what else? Just get every skill, finish the game. Now, before I loaded up the game, I checked and there were 5 achievements left. One is for finishing the game. One was for getting all the lore books. One was for getting every skill with every character. But I don't remember what the last 2 were. Just look at Steam real quick. Bestiary. Need to complete the bestiary. Yeah, there is an achievement for completing the reward board. Why didn't I get that? There isn't anything missing, right? Oh, I missed this one. Hmm. I mean, it looks like I got everything. Am I overlooking something? Because if I didn't have it, then it wouldn't have the little golden border, right? I'm not seeing anything that doesn't have the golden border. Did the achievement bug, maybe? I'm almost the entire way up, and I still have not seen a single tile that doesn't have the little golden border on it. Maybe it's one that gets added once you beat the game. It's either that it's something that's added once you beat the game, or it's that the achievement bugged and didn't trigger when it was supposed to. Gotta do one of those two. Gwaine is waiting just ahead. Please take care of my beloved. I mean, who are you? I mean, we have a general idea of who Gwaine is because of the fact that Victor knew him from his academy days. But who are you? Is this the door to the realm of the vein? Is this the door to the realm of the vein? It is indeed. You've reached your destination. Gwaine, Killian. This is where the reign of the vein ends. When the door opens, we can reach the vein, but in return, they too can reach us. With their divine power, they have the advantage and could kill humans before you could even blink. Us humans? Who are you, Gwaine? We've forgotten already, Master Bot. You were never no ordinary student. I've been so many things in my long life, but you all right. I wasn't there to learn, I was there to teach. I was teaching you the role of my successor without you noticing, Glenn. Slowly but surely, I adapted your ether to mine. What do you mean by that? Our ether needs to have the same color, same scent, for you to be able to receive my abilities. And you've been slowly receiving them for quite some time. This is why you could witness the standstill of time. This is why you can manifest the dead souls of the Maelstrom in the form of these children. This is why you can make the white door appear for Magnolia. And this is why you will be able to resist the power of the vein for a few moments to use the grimoire. You're my successor, Glenn. What? Why don't you do it yourself if you're so powerful? For tens of thousands of years, I roamed the world. Long before the Harbinger even existed. Long before humanity existed. I'm at the end of my lifespan. Like, I know that, like, you know, the last voice I gave him was like some kind of Cockney. But I don't feel like trying to remember how to do that accent, so. Australian it is. I can only use a fraction of the power within me. I'm no longer an obstacle of the vein. But you. What are you talking about, Master? You said Glenn failed. You said I had potential. Glenn stands before me, stronger than ever. You were just a replacement that happened to fit because you spent a lot of time with him. What are you trying to say? Look at you. You don't even have nearly what it takes to control my power like Glenn. But am I supposed to live the rest of my life without a body in this form? What is that? Glenn. Stop it. We now complete the transfer of my power. It won't take long. Use it to withstand the power of the vein and kill them with the grimoire. Then I'll be no more. Then I will be free. Free from this endless mission. Stop it. Use my power to stand against the vein and kill them with the Grand Grimoire. Afterwards, you shall search for a weapon to kill the Harbinger. This will be your task going onwards. Yep. What? You fool. What are you... Give it to me. Give me the power of the will. Killian. I can't control it anymore. This energy. Yes, I can feel it. I can absorb it. Stop him. I did it, Glenn. You see that? I have the ultimate power. I will shatter the vein. I will purify the world. He took the will by force. He wasn't prepared for it. He can't control it. What are we gonna do? Get the power back. You must kill him. Quickly. Wayne is dead. The key to the door. Give it to me. I'm sorry, Killian. I don't quite get it yet, but somehow my gut tells me I have to stop you. Stop me? You? You're nothing, Glenn. You know who you're dealing with? Do you even know who Wayne was? I can see in his memories. Wayne is the being who made mankind forget his existence. And now I am him. I am the one who will lead the world to the brighter future. The human Brodia Dervinus, 8th true king, also called the Manipulator. Impossible. The true kings wish the same as the Order. To kill the Vein, to kill the Harbinger. They are the guardians of all the beings of on Eldrea. What is this pain? Wayne, you son of a... The will is not bending. It's trying to escape me. This seems to be our last chance. We will put you out of your pain, Killian. Okay. Then try it, Glenn. One wing, Killian. He has act thrice, yeah. And he has offensive tactics on. Now he's on defensive tactics. One strike in 2 rounds, so you have to pair a defense. Would this work? Okay, so that did work. I mean, I don't know if it'll just come up this next round, but it did work. Yeah, so just put it off by a round. We can do that. Okay. That's one of the missing Grimoire shards we need. No, this power is mine. I'm not giving it away. The world is going down the drain. Only I can save it. What is this place? A place where you can't depend on your mechanical means. Stop it, Killian. You don't have control over the power. I'm going to plow this world from the ground up, Glenn. You can't stop me. Feel my true power. He's Ultima. Or Atma, I should say. Anyone played Final Fantasy VI? That's what I'm talking about. See. Yeah. Alfred. Alfred is the king. So the tank, the healer, the magician, and Alfred. So open up on the healer. Oh. That was weaker than I expected it to be. Yes, I'm just noticing for the first time. Amalia, like that thing I said, I don't know how many sessions back, about like Amalia having a high intelligence score because they want you to use Cress along with the summons from the summoner class. Not a thing. You actually can't have Cress and a summon up at the same time. I am just seeing that right now. Okay, so those were the two shards we're missing. Knock it off, Killian. That's enough. I shall master the will. Tell me the key phrase. The key to this door. As if we're going to tell you. I can't properly read your minds yet. But when you all thought of the key phrase at the same time, it was understandable even to me in my current state. I am powerful enough to defeat the Vayne. Be witness to it. Defying the Lord of the Underworld, the gates shall open. And to hell we go. Killian, you mustn't. Don't worry, I'll protect you from the power of the Vayne.
Foolish child, foolish weak child. The grimoire and its bearer need to be destroyed. But if you won't get out of our way, we might as well take your body.
What are you doing?
Weakened like this, we shall do the impossible. We shall become one with the true king. This doesn't look good.
Quickly, everyone to me. This is the Grimoire's chance.
We are becoming one with him. We shall make him our new champion.
Now, everybody, I'm going to burst the Grand Grimoire.
How dare you? Ah!
Are the Vayne dead? I see you. Grand Grimoire. It has no ether to absorb and is crumbling to dust. But if we can't find any ether, does that mean the Vayne are still alive?
It hurts. Our power is drained. Looks like it's not over. We are still powerful enough to crush you like flies. After all, you are nothing but mere humans.
Mere humans? Again and again, you destroy the world. But again and again, humanity and nature rebuild. They never give in. Their will is to live and their will to live is never broken. You call them weak, but in truth, you fear them. For the people fight beyond the limits of their own lives. He's right. You were alive when the Harbinger came and will still be so when he returns. All that you do for yourselves. But look at the short lives of us humans. For countless generations, people have worked tirelessly towards a goal that they would never see in their lifetimes. They fought against a problem that would not affect them or their children. They gave their entire lives to a cause that was far in the future. They fought for later generations despite setbacks, despite uncertainty. That is the strength of humanity. That is your downfall.
Ah!
Glenn, I am trying to stop them. Killian, you won't be able to defeat them alone, but I can weaken them. They are taking control again. Prepare yourselves. With weapons of steel against the gods, I guess we'll make it work. This thing looks like anything but godly to me. We should succeed then, right? If we don't try, we will never knowingly know. This world has so much to offer. You will not destroy it. Let's punch them sense to these gods. With these friends in our way, we have no choice but to lead Aldrea into a better future. Let's show them what we've learned on our journey.
You are right.
This may be our last battle together. We can do it, everyone. I believe in us. Let's win it then. Biblically accurate angels, yeah. Weak against darkness. Glad I made sure to give Athraz both of those. Bing bang. Oh. So is oh no. It's just because we used the victory debuff on him. Yep. Killian. Being uses duplicate. Okay. We gotta kill this one before we can touch that one. Awesome. Alright. Did it turn dark like this when it did that skill, or was it like this from the beginning and I just didn't notice? Okay, so it's draining TP from everybody. Awesome. Let me help you. So... Okay. So that was nothing. That was just a gotcha moment. No, you won't harm them. Nothing happened. Okay. Final cover turn. Alright, so now we gotta switch to Little Lady. Okay. Well, fuck you too. I'm not going down without doing anything. Killing you, Sword Wave. Thanks. Oh, I never gave him back his cross slash. Oh well. How do... Okay, there we go. No, you shall live. Yeah, I was about to say, how are you supposed to avoid that? It did it in response to my attack. I can't do any more than this. Now, you need to defeat the Vayne on your own. Walking killing machine. Complete the bestiary. Okay. Yeah, that was an achievement that popped up when I beat the boss. Ah. We are dying. Well done, Glenn. The failure is mine. But luckily you were here, as always. I'm back in control, and the weak and the Vayne are locked inside me. You guys did a great job. Where I failed, you have triumphed. Why is it dim? Is there a reason for that? But I don't want to leave this world completely useless. Okay. Killian. The Vayne die with me. It's happening just like Gwaine wanted. But the power returns to you, Gwaine's chosen one. Live well. Forgive me. Forgive me, sister. Still dark. I wonder if this is a bug. Yeah, because I mean, because the portraits are the normal tint, but why is everything else so like faded? So if Wayne was one of the true kings, then does that mean that like his lover, I guess, like is that the Harbinger? Is everyone all right? Is it possible? Have we won? Glenn? The will is mine now. So to answer your question, yes, we've won. I can't believe it. The Vayne are defeated.
The cycle is broken and the Grand Grimoire destroyed forever.
Finally. I mean, great job. We did the impossible. All the fighting has an end at last. It was such a long journey. Thank you, everyone. What is happening? The door crumbles. And with it, Nisa's significance. The city is no longer needed. It will fall apart. Then we better escape. It's faded out. Not even showing. Do you hear that? Oh, there you are. Asnadio. Not even a true king can sleep with all this noise.
We survived the Vayne, and now we're supposed to fail against the true king?
Not if I can help it. Asnadio, away with you. You two seem to get along quite well. I forced my will on him. Glenn? Glenn! It's alright. The power is still quite new. Besides, not so easy to impose one's will on a true king. Glenn. When the fiery calamity that hovered over Valandis suddenly disappeared, the people burst into shouts of joy. They did not know what had happened yet, but they felt that they were finally free. Celebrations were held all throughout the country. Princess Celestia Valkyria of Terran was unanimously elected as Queen of the New Valandis. She was advised by a council represented from all corners of the land. The tyranny had ended, but the unification between the people still had a long way to go. The disagreements between the countries did not magically disappear. A history of war could not be erased that easily. The Queen and her council stood before an enormous task. They had hope, and therefore they knew they would succeed in the end. Yep, another banquet. Red Succubus. You, seriously.
It's true. People think of her as some kind of elegant femme fatale.
I can't help it. I didn't pick the name. Oh, hush. It's not that funny. And what do you intend to do now, Sagul? I'll travel throughout Eldrea. The world is vast, and there's much I have not discovered from my first journey. What about you? You'll probably return with Len. Take me with you. What? Please, make me your squire. Are you seriously serious? Yes, I want to see more of the world, and I want to help these people. I thought with all the nasty stuff I did back then that there was no saving me, but Glenn showed me otherwise. I can still change. Please let me be your squire and help me make the world a better place.
My dear Rob, I would lovingly love to.
I can't take another sip.
What are you saying? Only newborn can get drunk on piss water. Let's head back to your home city of Arcadia and drink some more proper wine.
I could use a vacation. True. Now that my task is done. Get ready, everyone. She's coming.
Happy birthday, Amalia. You are too much. This is not necessary. But thank you. Thank you so much.
But Thraz sends his regards. Where is he anyway? Probably making preparations for the Order of Leonar. The Harbinger is waiting.
Thraz, you're leaving us?
We don't have much time. You don't have much time. Your life is urgent.
You cannot save me. In 2 years, at the latest, the Pact will have taken my life. My future is the price I knowingly paid to receive the curse.
We will still try. You saved our lives in Reyna's tomb, and now we will save yours. Our lives are connected by this curse. We will find its roots and help you. Won't we, Rayorum?
Thank you. Thank you. Whatever he's doing, I'm sure it's the right thing. By the way, where's Glenn? He was just here. I'll see where he is. Enjoying the fresh air?
There are a lot of people in there. You know I prefer being on my own. Besides, I haven't gotten used to this power yet.
When are you leaving Valandis?
Tomorrow morning. I'm boarding the first ship.
Busy, aren't you? Are you going to be a second Gwaine now?
No, I'll stay who I am. I've learned that Gwaine's way of doing things is not the right way. I can't just use any means without remorse to achieve my goals.
Agreed. I will dedicate myself to vanquishing the Harbinger once order is restored to Valandis. With the power as queen, I will strengthen the Leonor Order again.
Now, where'd you come from? It doesn't seem to be afraid.
Oh, he's been coming here all day. I even gave him a name.
Oh, what are you calling him?
Glenn. He had red hair like this bird's feathers and loved flying.
So, you know.
Used to be my ability. After all, I sensed that Glenn was not Timothy as well.
I only took his face to spare you sadness. Are you angry?
It was certainly Glenn's own decision, right?
His decision, huh? So, this is what Gwaine's power feels like. Kind of scary.
Use it wisely, and don't make the same mistake I did.
I can see Gwaine's memories. I am to defeat the Harbinger with the help of the other true kings. A truly eternal mission standing there before me.
I have no doubt you will succeed. I have to go now. The vein inside me are dead. Now my soul will dissolve in the maelstrom.
Did you know that I had a pet bird?
What? What are you saying? Why are you saying this now of all times?
I grew up in the slave town of Golgotha. You know that. Pile of garbage surrounded by high walls. My mother had a thing with the guards. so we were doing okay. She often got presents. At one point, she brought me a cage with a bird. He became my best friend. One day, bad men came to our house and my mother sent me to the roof. Of course, I took the bird with me and we went and hid up top. However, I became afraid for him. He had nowhere to go in his tiny cage. So I opened it and told him to go hide somewhere. Somehow, I thought he would come back. But he flew up higher and higher. He picked up wind and flew over the walls. As I wondered where he was going, for the first time, I understood the concept of freedom. I also wanted to go where the bird flew. I also wanted to fly over every wall. That's why you became a Sky Armor pilot? People fear death and seek immortality. But after having lived so many lives, you can believe me on one thing. One life is more than enough, as long as you live it with the fullest. But I couldn't do that. I was weighed down by my burden for so long. Even when I was in a Sky Armor, I was never truly free. I could never truly fly. Perhaps I really do have the most potential to handle Gwain's power, but I don't have the will to do it. I've had enough.
What are you talking about?
It's not too late, Kellyan. We'll turn it around one more time. With my power, I'll save you. And you will become the new true king.
Are you crazy? I will only fail. Look where I ended up.
We humans have to make mistakes in order to grow. In the end, all that matters is the person we become. I'm tired, and I'm at the end of my road. You, though, still have your whole journey ahead of you. Learn from your mistakes and become the savior of the world.
Glenn.
Do not cry. You're doing me a favor. I will return to the Maelstrom now.
Glenn.
When we die, we have the potential to become anything we wish for. Part of us can become a mammal, a fish, or an insect. We can even become part of the earth. A plant, a leaf on a tree. We can become a drop of water in the ocean or a grain of sand on the beach. A cloud in the sky, a star in the night. But if I could wish for anything, I wish that a little piece of me would be reborn as a bird. A bird that could spread its wings through the blue sky, truly free. Glenn is a nice name for the bird. I should go now.
We will meet again. Not in this life, then the next.
We will. What are you doing? Want to come with me, Glenn?
Quite an effort to put on a fake face. Seems like my power hasn't fully awakened yet, Glenn.
Your face!
There's the brat. Gotcha.
Leave me alone!
What is the problem?
She's a stowaway. Nothing to bother you, sir.
Help me!
I'll pay for her ticket.
You don't have to do that, sir.
You will take the money. Jedi mind trick. I will take the money.
Yeah, this is, Diana? Like Gwain's, lover or whatever. Either she's pretending to be a little girl, or, she does a thing where, she ages and then dies and then immediately is reborn, or something like that.
You alright?
Yes.
What's your name?
June? Yeah, that was her name, June. know why I was thinking Dinah. And what are you doing here, June?
I was told there'd be a person on this ship that will take care of me. That's why I sneaked on here.
Who's that supposed to be?
The man with many faces.
Who told you that?
You ask a lot of questions, mister. It was the man without a face. The man with the man with the mask.
That's so. So fate has accepted me. Well then, accompany me a little. Do you like the bird?
Did you pay a ticket for it too?
Of course I did. A little too big for mere luggage.
Strange. A bird that can fly travels by ship.
You're right, it is strange. He's only here because of me. I didn't want to be alone.
But now you have me.
Right. Well, we say goodbye to him together. Read, June?
Read.
Here you go.
Here you go.
Farewell, my best friend.
Wow, he's fast.
I bet he's the fastest bird in all of Eldrea. True King, beat the game. Okay. So, Mr. Matthias Linda. First off, I just want to say, I loved your game. Beginning to end, loved it. This is definitely on my list of games that I'd recommend to anyone who loves RPGs. Now, before I get going to the next part, just need you to know, I am not the kind of person who spends a lot of time puffing anybody up. So when I give critique, I don't spend a lot of time on this is why I like something. Because honestly, I feel that if you enjoy something, you don't need to explain to someone why you enjoy it. But if you feel there's a reason someone wouldn't enjoy it, then that is something you should spend time explaining. And so a lot of this is going to be very negative, but I want to start from the beginning and saying I did love your game. However, you made a lot of mistakes here, man. So many mistakes. Now, writing-wise, like, obviously, whether or not a story is up to somebody's preferences is entirely subjective. There's no best story, there's no worst story, there's only the stories that you like. I mean, obviously, like you did this all on your own, so you can't really expect that, you covered all your bases, that, you mapped out all of the relationships and caught all of the plot holes that you set up unintentionally. But obviously, there is some of that in here, but it isn't anything to ever tell anyone that they shouldn't play your game because of. That said, while I like the boss fights, I like the combat, I like the progression, I like everything you had going here, you made the worst side content ever in a JRPG. Ever. And when I'm saying that, I don't mean that the content itself is bad. I mean that you did it in the way that is the worst that you can possibly do it in a JRPG, man. Like, you designed it so that there's value in stopping in the middle of the story to go and do side content, but you also designed it so that the player going and trying to do all of the stuff that they see that is available to do, that they get stopped and are constantly told, oh no, you can't go that way yet. Like, you need to go further. I mean, like, don't let people have access to those areas then. You obviously played all the greats. You played Chrono Trigger. You played the Final Fantasy games. You played Lost Odyssey. You've played all, like, the best of the best. You know what works and what doesn't. Why did you make your side content the way you did? I mean, just make it that, like, you're frozen in, the big hallway of rushing to the end of the game, and don't give the player any freedom at all. Like, the way that you made this game, like, make it that the player doesn't have any freedom at all, and then they get to the end of the game, they find that thing that tells you where the lion, the lion blacksmith dude is, and at that point, all of the content becomes open to you. You can go anywhere you want. Like, the rails come off, and you can do everything. Because I hated that I would go someplace and go, okay, I did this, so now let me go over here. Oh, no, I can't go here now. Oh, okay, so let me try going here. Oh, I can't go there now. Oh, let me go here. I can't go there now. Like that is so terrible in a game like this. I mean, you've played Final Fantasy. When did Final Fantasy ever do that to you? The only time Final Fantasy ever stopped you from going someplace was if it was literally on a place that you couldn't get to with the mobility tech available to your party at the time. Like, you didn't have the boat yet, so you couldn't go through the river. You didn't have the airship yet, so you couldn't fly across the land. You didn't have the submarine yet, so you couldn't go under the water. These things prevent players from getting to things. But if a player can get to a thing, then never tell them that, oh, you can't go there. Like, that feels so terrible in a game like this. It made me so angry every time I had to get stopped by, oh, no, we're going the wrong way. How do you know you're going the wrong way? How do you know? Like, I wanted to go that way. So why is that the wrong way? I mean, really. And once again, like, I loved your game. I really did. But whatever your next game is, do not do it this way. Do not make your game in a way where your side content feels like you're slapping the player on the hand every time they go to touch, like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? And, like, every time, like, a player does that, you're slapping their hand away. Don't do that. Why would you want to do that? Like, did you think that, like, players enjoy that feeling of having the developer tell them, no, you can't have that yet. No, you can't have that yet. No, you can't have that yet. I mean, come on, man. You've played a video game before. I mean, there's a difference between, like, locking things off until you reach a certain point, and then there's, like, this is basically Schadenfreude, the way you have your side content set up. Yeah, so really, like, think about the player experience next time, man. Like, really, please do. Because I would love to tell everyone that they need to play this game, even if they're not a big RPG fan, that they should play this game. But I can't do that. I really can't do that. Like, I loved your game, but if I was to say to everyone I know, and understand this, I bought this game for everyone I know. Everyone. As soon as the day this game came out, I made sure I bought a copy for everyone I know to support this type of game, because this is the kind of game I want in the world. So I'm saying this as someone who spent 10 times more than the game is sold for, just to make sure that you got those sales off the bat. And I bought it for everyone I know, and I made sure that, that the games I want to come out are being supported in any way that I can. So I'm saying, as someone that dedicated to making these kind of things keep going, like, I can't recommend this game Like, I want to tell everyone, I want to scream from the rooftops to tell people to buy games like this. And I can't tell people that about this game because of the way you did the side content. Because of how aggressively like opposing you are to the player to want to do anything. Like, do you really think that your ultimate weapons in this game are something so incredible that locking them off until the very end of the game has value? Like, did you not pay attention to the values you gave the items in your game? Do you think that the ultimate armors are such a huge step up from the 9-star armor that a player is going to go, oh, I have the ultimate armor now, so now like nothing can kill me? No, like, you did not design your itemization that way. So why do you care? Like, why do you care in the least whether or not a player has access to these things? Like, what is your deal with this whole thing? Like, it is so insane the way that you lock these things off, and the way that you like hand out like these upgrades to the player, and then you're like, okay, were you playing through the story? Cool. You want to do some side stuff? There's some stuff over here if you want to do some side stuff. Oh, psych. Like, you went and did the side stuff, and it's just the stuff you found while doing the story. Haha. Funny, right? Like, that's what it feels like playing your game. Like, you never feel rewarded for anything you do in your game because of the way you did the itemization, the way you did the side content. You know, like, really, you have to consider, like, the way that stuff plays into to the player experience. You really do. Like, it is so important with this type of game. Like, a player going off the beaten trail needs to feel like when they go back on the main line, that they're better for having gone and spent time messing around off the track. And your game does not make players feel that way. Your game makes players feel like they wasted their time every single time they go to do something off the beaten path. Every single time. Yeah. Once again, like, I am looking forward to whatever it is you're planning for your next product. I am chomping at the bit to be in line to go and do the same thing I did this time. Buy your next game for everyone I know. Shout it and hopefully shout it from the rooftops and telling like anyone who I don't know, hey, go and buy this game. Buy it right now. But as I said, I can't tell people that for this game. I love this game. I personally love this game. Two of my friends that I bought this game for, finished it and loved it also. So like, you definitely, like, you didn't mess up. But everyone, the people I know, are the audience for this game. The people who grew up playing this kind of game. So they were inherently going to enjoy this. But you have to think of the people who didn't grow up playing these games. You have to think of that, man. You have to think, what's a person who never played Chrono Trigger gonna do when they reach this point? What's a person who never played Xenogears gonna do when they reach this point? What's a person who never played Lost Odyssey gonna do when they reach this point? And you have to consider those things. You have to consider what's someone who has only played Super Mario Brothers on the NES going to do when they reach this point in your game. When someone who only has experience playing a video game, there's nothing like the video game that you made. Like, what is their experience going to be? If you don't think of that, then you're going to cause the kind of thing that happened here, where like, it's basically player pratfalling. Just over and over again. Just oops, pop, oops, pop, oops, pop. Like over and over again, just, I made a mistake. I made a mistake by bothering to do this and or that or this or that or this or that. Everything just feels like a mistake on the player's part. Oh, and a big one. I don't have the footage of this on YouTube because I guess by the grace of God, my footage of me first encountering the assassin boss, for whatever reason, that footage, my software didn't capture any of me fighting it for the 4 hours that I spent there. It didn't capture any of that. So, let me tell you, don't ever make a boss fight like that. Ever. That is the worst boss fight I've ever played in any game. It is the hardest boss fight by a mile in this game, and it has nothing to do with the way that the player is set up at all. Like, no matter how good a player's setup is, they are going to have such a bad time with that fight because it's entirely RNG. Like, even if, like, I'm gonna have a video going up explaining how to beat that boss, and that video is going to be primarily if this. It's going to be entirely like, if this happens to happen, then you win. Because you designed it in a way where no player can guarantee that they succeed in that fight. Doesn't matter how fast you are, doesn't matter how your defenses are set up, doesn't matter how your skills are set up. Like, you cannot survive that fight in any guaranteed manner because of the fact that you are on a time trial to deal the amount of damage that needs to be dealt before it gets to, before it reaches the end. You have those limited number of turns to accomplish the task. And it's way too much damage for for the amount of time you have. That's way too much damage that you're telling players they need to be able to put out, while also completely focusing on not dying. Like, because you get, when a turn-based RPG, if you're focusing on keeping your party alive, then that means that you're also focusing on not doing a lot of damage. Like, there's no having it both ways. There's no focusing on defense and focusing on damage at the same time. It's one or the other. And that fight requires you to do both, which means that you have everyone doing everything they can to keep everybody alive, and then you have one character that's going and actually dealing damage while everyone else is doing their damnedest to stop the Gibbs from happening. Like, that is such a bad way to design a fight. Like, please, never do a fight like that again. Like, if you want to do that, the boss is capable of instantly killing every character, fine. Do a boss is capable of instantly killing every character. But if you're going to do that, do not put a timer on it. If you're going to put a timer on it, then do not put that the boss can instantly kill the party. Do one or the other. Never do both. Like, that feels so bad. It feels like you didn't even have anyone playtest that. Like, you didn't say, hey, play this. Here's this party. Go and fight this boss. Like you didn't have anyone go and try it out and give you any feedback on it. Because I can tell you, my friends who did beat this game have the exact same experience that I did with it, and they hated it. Absolutely hated that fight. I guarantee you, if people like me hated that fight, then everyone's gonna hate that fight. Because I love RPGs. I love every kind of RPG. I love the good RPGs. I love the bad RPGs. There's plenty of boss fights in RPGs that I think are mediocre, but that I still enjoy. Whereas those same fights are being put on people's lists of worst boss fights of all time. So for me to say that I hated this fight means that it's a really bad fight. A terrible fight. Please don't make another fight like that again. You know, think about the player experience. Have people test it for you. Like go and like if like even if you're worried about people going and like getting, you know, like spoiling the story for themselves or whatever, you know, just like have them play the technical stuff. You know, like make a build that doesn't have any story in it. Yeah. You've been placed before the final boss battle. Save your game to receive the completed save bio tag. Yeah, so that's everything I wanted to say. Once again, loved your game. Please don't do this again. I make a game again. Make all the games that you have in your pretty little head, but don't ever. Make a game this restrictive. Or actually no. So either make it more restrictive than this, or make it less restrictive than this. But don't make it this level of restrictive. Yep. So that is my review on Green Decos. Obviously, like, you know, like none of the good things need to be spoken about because, like, you know, you can see all the good stuff. You know, I have over 100 hours of the good stuff on YouTube, so. Good writing, good combat, good progression. It's all good. And now I just need to spend these points with everybody. And then I'll check the reward board and see if... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a bug. Pretty sure the reward board bugged. And that's what happened. But maybe something got added for when you beat the game. But I'll check that once I got the achievement for getting everybody their skills. Okay, here's the last one. Here we go. Skillshare. Earn all skills with all characters. Cool. I mean, I've claimed everything. I've done everything. I don't have the achievement, so the game bugged. Yep, I've got my clear data there. Unfortunately, I don't have 100% of the achievements because of the bug, but it is what it is. Thank you, anyone who has stuck with me here and checked out my whole playthrough. I much appreciate you wanting to listen to Soulman ramble on about the thing he loves the most in video games. Next up, I will be starting up my Mortal Shell playthrough. So hopefully that one will take considerably less time than this game will. Than this game did. Because this was a long one. 119 hours. Man. Mind you, like, if you're someone who just put on this last video and skip to this part to see, like, you know, like final thoughts or something about the game, do not be discouraged by that number. The number of hours is that high because of me. It's not the game, it's me. Like, I am incredibly slow when it comes to RPGs. Like, Persona 5 took me over 200 hours. You know, Dragon Quest 11 took me over 200 hours. Kingdom Hearts 3 took me over 100 hours. You know, Final Fantasy 7. My first time playing that game, I had, like, the timer only went up to 99 hours. And once you hit that, you know, it stopped ticking up the amount of time that went by. I hit the 99-hour mark before I got off disc 1 in Final Fantasy 7. Original Final Fantasy 7. You know, so, like, it's me. Like, it's the way I play RPGs. It's not about the game itself. Anyways, thanks everybody for stopping by. If you like listening to Soulman talk about RPGs and I appreciate doing all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, Ve Victus, Buyers and Numeris, and bye.